What up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Jaystar back again with the Monday night showdown, man, with my Green Bay Packers. Man, this is gonna be a pretty big game for the Packers, man. I know if they lose, they don't have no chance of making it to the playoffs, basically. So um I know it's gonna be, they're gonna probably play super hard. I don't know how it's gonna go because Baker Mayfield did have a really good game. If they sleep on him, he could, be trying to show something for next season for him to get a job and something like that. So he's playing for a job, and the Packers are playing for, very low percent chance of making the playoffs. But we're gonna get right into this one as we always do with defensive scheme. Both of these defenses run a 3-4 defense. So both will be very familiar with how to, operate an offense, trying to, get down the field on against a 3-4 defense, which like I tell you every time is, definitely you want to establish some type of passing game to back up some of those linebackers, so that way if you are going to run the ball, you can run the ball very well, since linebackers will tend to back up to maybe towards like the 10-yard line and give you basically a 5 yards per carry type of running game could possibly come up with that. And we already know Green Bay has been giving up the run anyways, but one of the linebackers has been back since I would say last week in Paris Campbell, which was one of the reasons why the run was just really really bad. But I still don't think it's some gonna like slow up everything and make it just completely go away. They still have those problems still. But let's get into the fantasy points that both of these teams are giving up per position. So we got the Rams giving up 16.3 fantasy points to quarterback, at running back 20.9, at wide receiver 37.4, at tight end 10.8, and in defense they've been giving up 10 points, and kicker 9.5. Packers have given up quarterback 16.5, and then running back 26.2, wide receiver 32 points, and tight end 10 points. Defense 6.1 points, and kicker 7.7 points. So after going over that, let's see that the Rams basically best play looks like it's going to be Akers to be a captain. Possibly, let's see. Man, Baker 16.5 points. I don't think that would be enough if he did get that to be captain. But 32 points at receiver. See, if this was Cooper Kupp, man, we'd be like, yeah, Cooper Kupp, obviously. But don't really know which receiver is going to get the, bulk load of these targets. We did see Skoranek go crazy with the targets last game. Maybe he did take up, the Cooper Kupp role. So possibly I would say somebody like him, since he will be in the slot, won't have Jair on him, even though we've seen Jair get beat deep and things like that, so. But we do know the Rams used to put most of their plays, their big plays through the slot. So I would say Skoranek could hit again. Maybe he has more chemistry after having a week of practice with Baker. So possibly that those two would be the best plays there. Let's see. At the flex options, we gotta put Jefferson. We gotta put Higby. Let's see who else did Kyron Williams keep. Did he play? Okay. I mean, he is kind of still a play just because running back is just, what the Packers give up. So I would have to say if he's going to get in the game at all, basically, and run, he's going to be a play. Tutu Atwell is going to be a big play because, like I said, Jair is giving us some big plays down the field. Feel like a receiver like Tutu, gets down the field with speed, possibly could get past Jair and, gets breaking coverage could happen or something like that. And we got a deep shot touchdown from him. And let's see. Let me just make sure. Go back in here because it looks like what else did they give up? Packers giving up kicker about 7.7, so that's probably the next biggest amount of points there. So definitely we have to say Gay would be in play then. Defense we was looking at 6.1. Don't really want to say the defense then, but there could be some plays down here. Let me see. Brandon Powell, did he play in that game? So he was sick. So possibly even a Brandon Powell could be a play too as well for 2,200. I don't think there's anybody else below that other than maybe Bryce Hopkins, being that he is the backup tight end there. At $200, I don't mind saying, taking a shot there too as well. So let's see. On the other side here, though, for the Packers side, man, it looks the Rams really give up receivers, man. So I definitely feel that, Christian Watson is going to be in play. But to go with that, it's just they give up yards and also even passing touchdowns. Like, the percent is very high for both of those things. And I just feel like that makes Rodgers actually captain viable. Like, he can actually get there. Because if he throws 3 touchdowns in this game, being that they give up yards, they give up receivers. And I don't really want to just say like Lazard and Dobbs is captain plays just because we haven't seen Dobbs for a long time. So I don't know really what to expect, even though he looked good when he was, when he was out there. Coming off of the bye though, maybe his rhythm isn't, too far off. So he had extra week and everything to get going, get back out there and get, back into the field of things. But definitely feel like Christian Watson, definitely feel like Aaron Rodgers. They're pretty good against the run, but if I had to say, let me see, because we know Aaron Jones is part of the pass catching too, and man, he can have a good game still. But I don't know why, but I like the way Dylan has been running late. I kind of would want to say Dylan possibly get there if they're getting to the the goal line multiple times through the air. They can still rush in a tough touchdown with Dylan because he's been running the ball. And then possibly, like I also say, if they're establishing the pass the way I think the Packers should be able to establish the pass for this game, we're getting an added weapon to Rodgers. With the way he's been throwing lately, it's definitely going to open up the run game because of the fact they're going to back up those linebackers that are going to be playing pretty close at the beginning of the game until you establish that, the passing threat. So I would definitely say somebody like a Dylan. I know Aaron Jones is definitely, going to be in play too at captain. You can toss that in there too as well. But I do like Dylan. This would be my favorite 3 right here. And then let's see. So then for just flex options here, for flex options, definitely Aaron Jones is going to be in play a flex option. Both of his receivers right here are definitely going to be in play since they give up so many fantasy points to receivers. Let me see. It was Cobb. Going to get like 4 targets, probably possibly 6 targets in this game. He'll be subbing in and out. I feel like with Dobbs, I feel like they'll probably be subbing him in and out. I think Lazard and Watson is probably going to be in the game for most of the game, but Cobb will probably be the one that's subbing in and out with Dobbs. So definitely, I would say Cobb is going to be in play though still. Watkins has been mostly into block, so I don't want to say, take Watkins. I don't want to say Torrey is going to have any shot. Definitely, I would say, though, looks like it was. I think it was kicker. Was it a lot of points or defense? Both of them was near 10 points. So Crosby and the Packers defense then definitely will have to be in play. Like I said, this is a huge game. I expect them to play super hard. So defense, kicker, you can definitely toss those things in there too as well for flex options. So now let's get into this. How would I build this lineup, man? Because it's crazy because like we know the Packers give up the run. It's just that they're going against a team that don't really run the ball. So it's not like when it was just going against the Titans and we know Henry's going to run the ball 20 times. But going against a team that literally doesn't really like to run the ball. And last time Baker came to play us, he came in the game with a running team and literally was throwing the ball like crazy. It was like he just knew he was going to have to shoot out with us, and I was kind of laughing at it because I felt like if they would just ran the ball with Chubb and Hunt, we wouldn't have been able to stop it. And I don't know why they came in with that mindset that they was just going to have to pass the ball like that. But if they do that again, then it could just possibly be turned into some type of shootout where we actually hang in the game and things like that for the Packers. I don't really know if we're going to win this game or not, but I'm just trying to think, who would I want to take, man? Man, Rodgers costs a lot, so I think I'm going to roll with Watson. I like the way they just been moving him around. I feel like with an added weapon in Dobbs coming to play, because let me see, at the beginning of the season, talking about 5 to 8 targets, he possibly comes right back into the game and gets 8 targets. And I'm going to roll with Rodgers here. I'm gonna roll with Skoranek as a run back first, and let's see. And then I think I kind of want to have. See, should I just do Skoranek and Baker, or do I roll with Akers or Jefferson? Baker's gonna leave me with $4,000. I'll be right at Matt Gay. Okay. But then if I take, let me see. So if I take Van Jefferson first. Let's see. What are we at now? Right there, Higbee and Dillon. I wouldn't mind taking something like this. Kind of goes with kind of what I said. Because then if I don't want Dobbs, I can afford Lazard. So I do really like that. So that would be my lineup, y'all. Like I said, so I can just switch it up there. Even Higbee, if I want to take that and think it's a 3v3 happens there. But 4v2, something like this, I think it's pretty good, man. I really like this right here. So I hope y'all, man. I hope y'all cash big. I hope y'all already cashing big on Sunday, man. But it's your boy Jaystar, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out, man. Peace.